Hi guys, this is Penny Henry with Create for Christ Designs with another review for you. Today I'm going to review for you this Bible that was sent to me from Faith Girls, which is a division of Zondervan Publishing, and it was sent to me in exchange for my free of charge, in exchange for my honest review. Now, let's start by saying this Bible is pink and it has flowers. So, it's got to be good. Nah, I'm kidding. I love all Bibles, whether they're pink, green, blue, purple, but I do like pink with flowers. Anyway, this is the NIV Ultimate Bible for Girls. It's hardback. It was formerly known as the NIV Faith Girls Bible. This is a really nice Bible. I like it. I always, when it comes to children's or youth Bibles, I always decide my recommendation, if I'm going to recommend it, by if my grandchild or if my grandchildren would like it or would toss it down and say it's too difficult, I can't do it. Or would get excited and sit down and use it. So, anyway, so this one I'm looking at my granddaughter Hannah for, so you might hear me say her name throughout, because this is probably going to go to her when I'm done. Anyway, first you have your table of contents, which has your Genesis through Revelations, where you can find it, where you can find the things in the front of the Bible, and where you can find the stuff in the back of the Bible. Then you have features of the Bible, which is, explains to you the things that are in the Bible, which I'm going to explain to you better when I show them to you. But you've got Dream Girl. What would it have been like to live on Noah's Ark? Or to see a baby Jesus snuggling sleeping in a hay-filled manger? Or how about seeing God create the world? This feature will help you imagine yourself in some of the most familiar and amazing Bible stories. And I'm actually going to read one of them to you. Bring it on. To really get to know yourself, take some quizzes. Do you like to help others? Is it difficult for you to be patient? How do you obey God? This feature will point you to Bible verses that will encourage you. Then we have, oh, I get it. The Bible is more than just stories. It also has tons of information. How did God create the world? Who is a direct descendant of Ruth? What kind of freaky stuff happened to Ezekiel? Find answers to these questions and more. Then we have book introductions. Highlights the main topics of each book of the Bible and applies them to your life. And then we have Treasure This, verses to help you keep God's Word in your heart. You may want to memorize them, and I look at them as memory verses. Then we have, is there a little blank, Moses, Deborah, Good Samaritan in you? Have you ever believed that God was there for you, even when it didn't seem like it? Then there's a little Moses in you. Have you ever helped a friend be brave? Then there's a little Deborah in you. Have you ever helped someone when no one else wanted to help? Then there's a little Good Samaritan in you. See for yourself what Bible character traits you have. I like that too. In your own words, create a list of events to tell a Bible story in your own words. And we'll go through what that is. All right, then we have the preface, which tells you about the NIV Bible. Then we have an introduction to the Old Testament, and there's one for the New Testament, and it's just a synopsis of what you're going to learn in the Old Testament or New Testament, as the case may be. Okay, then we have the introduction page for each chapter. Every book of the Bible has one of these introduction pages. And it has your pretty flowers. They're all decorated nice and pretty. Who wrote it? When was it written? Where did it take place? Cool characters you'll meet. Bad guys to watch for. The point, what it's about. How it connects, life applications. Then you have this little summary that I think is made to pull you into the book of the Bible, to make you want to read it. Here we have, the beginning is always a good place to start. Genesis is all about beginnings, sort of like the world's baby book. God gives the world its first star, its first hippopotamus. And Hannah's going to love that because she likes hippopotamuses. Hippopotami? One of the two. Genesis also tells about that same powerful God reaching out to teach each new person how to live close to Him. They didn't always get it. There were brothers and sisters fighting, people being bullied, but there were always people really trying to be good in a totally confusing world. Boy, do we need this now. Sounds like this book is about you, huh? It is. God is teaching you the same way He always has, the same way He always will. Genesis will make you very sure of that. Not a bad place to start, is it? I think Hannah would like to read Genesis after reading that. Okay, then we get to treasure this. You have your lock and key because I call it a memory verse. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1:1. So she would memorize that verse. Then we have Dream Girl. I love this. I have to read this to you because, and trying to set this video up, I've read it several times today. So if my voice starts cracking, that's why. But anyway, this little... It's about, imagine you were there, okay? And I think when she reads this, and if they're all the same, and all just as good as this, when she reads this, she's going to want to go back and read about Genesis 1:1 through 27. And here's why. Dream Girl. Close your eyes and dream with God. To a time when there is only nothingness and darkness, so black it feels thick. There are no sounds, not even the soft whoosh of your own breath. You stretch out your fingers, but there's nothing to touch. You sniff, but this is a world without a trace of a smell. You cry out, is there even a me? But there's no place for your words to go. And then, suddenly, you can feel and you can hear. Someone is there, all around you, and his voice speaks out of the darkness, and you're drenched in light. Now you can see something dark and swirling. You can hear it rushing as the voice calls out words, and water appears, cool and soft. And above it, blueness holds the light. You float in the air until the words come again, and there is land for you to rest on. Land alive with trees for climbing, and vines for swinging, and juicy fruit for eating. So much is coming into being. Stars are winking down at you. Grass is tickling your feet. All at the command of that powerful voice that merely calls out, and things are. His voice makes you want to reach him. But who am I to touch you, you cry? You've made all of this, and I don't even know where I begin. Then a great breath fills you up and forms you into someone with shape. Someone who knows that the voice is the one who made it all. You hear him say, it is good. Genesis 1:1 through 27. Like I said, I really think she would want to read it. In fact, I'm probably going to go back and read all the Dream Girls because I think they're so cool. Anyway, God creates the world. This is in your own words. This is something that I really like about this Bible. Read Genesis 1 through 13. And here's a recap. There's 3 sentences to recap that section that you just read. Then, now read the rest of the story, Genesis 1:14 through 31. And you get to write. There's 3 lines here for you to write what you read, how you understand it. And therefore the word is getting inside of her. She's making it her. She's making it a part of her. She's making it in her own words. And I love that. Words to the wise, or word to the wise. God is the creator of everything, but his most special creation is you. Don't you just like that? Just love that? Each chapter has its titles in between different stories and things, like Adam and Eve. Excuse me. And one thing I noticed that I didn't notice when I first started reading it or looking at it is that this is like a study Bible made for a younger person. Because you know how our study Bibles have these little sections down here at the end that go into more depth? Well, this is starting them out, learning how to use that. You've got ground, the Hebrew word for ground, Adama. It is also the name for Adam. So they're starting to learn how to use these kinds of tools to help them later on when they start studying the Bible on their own. And hopefully they're going to study it some with this. Then we have, oh, I get it. So God performed surgery on Adam? Why didn't he just say, let there be a woman? And then there's a little section here that tells why. And then it takes you to Genesis 2:22 to 24. And I like that. Then, is there a little Adam and Eve in you? Or whoever it is that, the Bible's about, or whatever's about at the time. Excuse me. This one, I wouldn't even sniff at that, wouldn't even have sniffed at that fruit, you say? But have you ever thought God was wrong because he didn't say yes to your prayer? Have you ever known what was the right thing to do but still didn't do it? Have you ever disobeyed a God rule that you thought was stupid and then found out why it wasn't so stupid after all? If you answered yes to even one, you can see where Adam and Eve went wrong. There's a little bit of them in all of us. Genesis 3:1 through 7. So like I said, again, it's pulling her in to study more. And I really like that. And I want to see her do that. Then we have in your own words, Adam and Eve's sin. And we have bring it on. This is where you have a question and answer. Kind of like when we have in our Bibles topics that we can go to. It's kind of like that. When I feel frustrated and jealous, I, A, keep it to myself and maybe pout, vent to somebody or at somebody, try to get back at someone. Okay. Then you come over here and it says, if you answered A, then go to Ephesians 4:25 to 27. If you answered B, go to James 3:3 through 6. And if you answered C, go to Luke 6:27 through 31. And about guarantee you're going to answer all 3 of them in the affirmative. Okay, then you got, oh, I get it. I like this one. There is no way anybody lived to be 969 years old. You have another treasure this. Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. Is there a little Noah in you? And then you have another dream girl. And on and on. Is there a little Israelite in you in Exodus? I treasure this. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. Deuteronomy 6:5. People know I try to obey God because for one of the bring it ons. Ooh, we got Job here. Let's see what we have in Job. Oh, I get it. Why did God let Satan do all that stuff when Job was such a good guy? How many of us have asked that question? What was with Job's wife? Yeah, I've asked that question too. Treasure this. He alone stretches out the heavens and treads on the waves of the sea. I was hoping that there was a, is there a little Bildad in you? I was hoping, Zophar, is there a little Zophar in you? Wow. More treasure this. Is there a little Elihu in you? Wow, it gets into him. I think that was his friend, if I remember right. Maybe his wife? I'm not sure. Oh, I get it. Tell me again why Job had to go through all that stuff. Yeah. Then you have Psalms, and you know there's going to be a lot in here. Wise kid. Is there a little wise kid in you? That's a good one. Ecclesiastes, one of my favorites. The teacher. Isaiah. Let's see what this one says. When your words came, I ate them. They were my joy and my heart's delight, for I bear your name, Lord God Almighty. I hope she learns all this stuff. This would be awesome. Oh, I get it. If I were God, I would have forgotten them and started over in Hosea. Okay, here's Matthew 3. Let's read this one. Dream girl. On cold, clear evenings, this wall near King Herod's palace is the best place in Bethlehem for star watching. And plenty of stars are out tonight. Cocooned in your cloak, you notice 3 men leaving from the palace. You have never seen such splendor anywhere within your little town. These men are mesmerizing, dressed as they are in luxurious fabrics. You have never heard such intelligent talk as they point to the sky. The determined way the men stride to their camels makes you sure they're seeking something not every ordinary person would understand. As the 3 men ride away, you slide down from the wall and follow them in the shadows. You realize they are guided by the star that is so bright you have to shade your eyes from it. The star pulls you forward, as if it were a magnet. The star stops. But how can this be? It points to the home of a couple who had their baby in a manger back in tax time. You've seen them before. The father with the carpenter's hands, the mother barely older than you are, although she looks much wiser. The baby whose eyes shine as if he knew all there was to know before he was born. You dart behind a stable post and hug it. Why are the men falling to their knees in front of the baby and placing before him vessels of gold covered in jewels? You look up at the star, at the 3 men nearly in tears with joy, and at the baby who reaches his chubby hands out to them. Who is this baby that they treat like a king? You know you will spend your life asking that question. Matthew 2, 1 through 12. Is that not good? Jesus walks on the water. She gets to go do some look up on that one. Another dream girl. Mary meets an angel. Wow, that's going to be a good one. Nicodemus. Is there a little Nicodemus in you? Oh, I get it. Why did it upset Peter that Jesus wanted to wash his feet? Another dream girl. Is there a little treasure in you? That's a good one. Thessalonians. Oh, I get it. Wait a minute. Wasn't Mark kind of a slacker? Isn't that cool? Is there a little inner beauty in you? It's going to be a good one. Oh, I get it. Does that mean we have to, like, die for somebody else? Treasure this. Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. Oh, yes. And then it goes on, and we're in Revelations. Let me read this last one. Oh, I get it. It's getting really scary again. Yep, it is. Okay, and then the back of the book, we have, the back of the Bible, we have table of weights and measures. You find that in a regular Bible. I was trying to see if it made it easier for a child. How to begin a relationship with Jesus. And then over here you get to sign that you started a relationship with Jesus. As far as I know, Hannah's already saved. Then you have through the Bible in a year, and they've got a place to check off that you read. So it gives you the incentive to read. Promises of the Bible. God promises when you feel guilty, and then there's scriptures on it. When you're anxious. It says perspectives from the Bible. What the Bible says about ambition, compassion, hope, profanity, peace, the poor. Then you have notes. Have a section 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 pages for notes. And that's all. Isn't this a really nice, cool Bible for a child? I would say maybe middle school. Hannah's 5th grade, so I think she would enjoy it. Like I said, I would enjoy it. A Bible enthusiast, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to look up and find out where you can find this besides at zondervanpublishing.com or zondervan.com. And I will put it in the description for you because I did not look up on Amazon to see if they had it. And I don't have my tablet here, but I will put it in the description. Well, I know they have it, but to see what the price was on it for you. But I will put it in the description. And I would say for your grandchild or for one of your students, an award Bible, for someone you're mentoring, for your child if they're young enough, for yourself. I have to say it because I love it. I don't know. Hannah might not get this one. No, I'm kidding. She's going to get it. Anyway, I would recommend it. So, that's it for this time. I'll see you again on Friday with my ebook reviews. And if you like it, then comment. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and push that little bell to be notified next time I do one, which, like I said, will be Friday when I do another review for you.